We have a radical equation here. We have to solve the square root of 3x plus 1 equal to 4. So let's do this together. Square root of 3x plus 1 equal to 4. The first thing to do here is to remove the square root by taking the square of both sides of the equation. So let's do that. So that will be root of 3x plus 1 squared equal to 4 squared. Now this square is going to cancel the square root. Then we are going to be left with 3x plus 1 equal to 16. At this stage here, we can take the plus 1 at the left hand side of the equation to the right hand side of the equation. And if we do that, this plus 1 is going to turn to minus 1. So you have 3x equal to 16 minus 1. Then 3x will now give us 15. At this stage, to get the value of x, we need to divide both sides of the equation by 3. X will now give us 15 divided by 3, and x equal to 5. So the solution to this radical equation is now x equal to 5. We have another question on radical equation. Here we have to solve root of x minus 2 plus root of x minus 1 equal to 1. Alright, so let's do this together. Root of x minus 2, please, root is same time as a square root, plus square root of x minus 1 equal to 1. So the first thing to do is to take this to the other side of the equation. That will be root of x minus 2 equal to 1 minus root of x minus 1. Remember, this is plus. The moment this one crosses this equality sign to the other side of the equation, it's going to turn to minus. Now, the next thing is to remove the square root at the left hand side of the equation by taking the square of both sides. That will be root of x minus 2 squared equal to 1 minus root of x minus 1 squared. So the square is going to cancel the square root here. So you have x minus 2 equal to 1 minus root of x minus 1 multiplied by 1 minus root of x minus 1. Okay? Remember, if you have a squared is same as a times a. Similarly, 1 minus root of x minus 1 squared is same thing as 1 minus root of x minus 1 multiplied by 1 minus root of x minus 1. Then we are going to expand what we have at the right hand side of the equation. That will be x minus 2 equal to, that is, we are going to multiply 1 by this one, then 1 by minus root of x minus 1. Similarly, we are going to multiply minus root of x minus 1 multiplied by 1, then minus root of x minus 1 multiplied by minus root of x minus 1. That's how to expand. Let's do that. 1 times 1 will give us 1. 1 multiplied by minus root of x minus 1. That will be minus root of x minus 1. So we are through with this. Let's move on to the second one. Minus root of x minus 1 multiplied by 1. That will be minus root of x minus 1. Then minus root of x minus 1 multiplied by minus root of x minus 1. That will give us plus x minus 1. Why is this plus x minus 1? Minus times minus will give us plus. And root of x minus 1 multiplied by root of x minus 1 must give us x minus 1. Note, root a multiplied by root a must give us a. Just like root 3 multiplied by root 3 is same as root of 9, which is same as 3. That is square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 3 same as square root of 9, as will give us 3. And it is square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5 will be square root of 25, and that's going to give us 5. That is why root of a multiplied by root of a must give us a. Square root of a multiplied by square root of a must give us a. So similarly, if you apply that to this, root of x minus 1 multiplied by root of x minus 1 must give us x minus 1. Now, the next thing to do, we're going to have x minus 2 equal to, this is plus 1, while this one is minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 will give us 0. Then minus root of x minus 1 minus root of x minus 1 will give us minus 2 root of x minus 1. Then plus x. Please note, minus a must give us minus 2a. Okay, from algebra. Similarly, minus root of x minus 1 minus root of x minus 1 must give us minus 2 root of x minus 1. Alright, then we can now take this plus x to the left hand side of the equation. That will give us x minus 2 equal to minus 2 root over x minus 1. We've taken this plus x to the what? To this side. That's why you have x minus x. Then x minus x is going to cancel out. We are going to have 0. So what's going to be left here is going to be minus 2 equal to minus 2 root of x minus 1. At this stage, we can divide both sides of the equation by minus 2. That'll be minus 2 divided by minus 2 equal to minus 2 root of x minus 1 divided by minus 2. Minus 2 cancel minus 2 here. Minus 2 divided by minus 2 will give us 1. Then equal to root of x minus 1. At this stage, we can now remove the square root by taking the square of both sides of this equation. That will be 1 square equal to root of x minus 1 square. So 1 square is 1. Square is going to cancel the square root. We are going to be left with x minus 1. You can now take this minus 1 to the left hand side of the equation. That will be plus 1. So we have 1 plus 1 equal to x minus 1. Then 1 plus 1 will now give us x. X now equal to 2. Now the solution to this radical equation is now x equal to 2. Now we can check whether the answer is right or wrong. Okay, the equation is root of x minus 2 plus root of x minus 1 equal to 1. So we are going to substitute for the value of x that we just calculated here. So this will be root of 2 minus 2 plus root of 2 minus 1 equals to 1. That is, if we evaluate this, we must get 1 here and equivalent to what we have at the right hand side of the equation. So 2 minus 2 will give us 0. Square root of 0 is 0. And 2 minus 1 is 1. And square root of 1 is going to give us 1. So we say that 1 is same as what? 1. Therefore, this solution is perfectly correct.